My job today is to take you through the 10 things that will help create a great business. There's no need, if you're starting a business, to rediscover the wheel. Every business problem I've ever seen, I will guarantee 3, 4, 5 years ago, I've seen somebody who sorted it out. Right, let's go. Now you're looking at that and thinking, this guy's on drugs. I mean, what is that all about? A pig, what are we on about here? But how would you describe typically, how would you typically describe a pig? It's one of these events when we can talk to each other.
Bacon.
Bacon, yeah. If you're a farmer, what would you see? If you're an animal rights activist, what would you see?
Victim.
Victim. And obviously the metaphor is that whatever you're looking at the pig, looking at it differently, you see different things. Now the picture doesn't change, but where you stand enables you to see different things, look at it differently. And in terms of business development, part of the issue in business development, and certainly 50% of the work I do in business development, is helping organisations, be it a startup business, a growing business, a corporate business, to look at their business differently. And if you can help them look at it differently, you just create new opportunities that they never dreamt of.
Well, I think it's always important for entrepreneurs to, develop their knowledge and to, listen to people who've got experience in running businesses and philosophies and theories. So I came initially today to, to learn how we can, improve basically the profitability of our business, look at different ways of, looking at things in terms of customer service, in terms of promoting our business, how we interact with people. And I think that David Hall, has done a really good job in pushing that message across, really.
Big corporate businesses, the Reckitt's of this world, the Northern Foods of this world, the who else of this world, the Arcos of this world, have got all the resources, brains, investment, intelligence, networks, IT systems, contacts. Yet 95% of all the innovations in the last 100 years, worldwide, has come from firms employing less than 20 people. But this statistic just blows my brains out every time. So those of you at startup, well, whoa, here we go, fill your boots, because the opportunities are there. I remember Ella, my wife, telling me a story about going up to the North East. She was on a committee in London, and it was looking at social exclusion. And they were there drinking Chablis and eating lobster, talking about social exclusion with senior civil servants, as you do. And Ellen said, well, why don't we go and have a look at what social exclusion actually looks like if we're going to write policies on it? So they came up to the North East somewhere, and they met a lady, a grandmother. And this lady had helped, she was retired, and she befriended some ladies, single mums, at a school, taking them back to her house for a cup of coffee, got a chat going, what are you going to do, how are you going to earn a living? Cut a long story short, 10 years later, 3 of them have got PhDs, 4 of them are running great businesses, and that was creating value in people's lives from nothing.
He's superb at pricking your conscience into looking at things that you perhaps should have looked at in your business and that you hadn't looked at before. And it's probably a couple of years since he did some work with us, and some of the things were things that had been said before that have maybe slipped, and we've got to look at it again. And other things were, wow, yeah, we've got to have a look at that. And listening to some of the stories from around the globe as to other businesses and how they operate and how they've managed to make more profit or get a team that's totally enthused and immersed in the business is brilliant.
I put this list up, and the CEO looked at it and said to me, oh, I've got a problem with one of them. Oh, which one was it, do you think? Breaking the rules. Yeah. He said, David, can we just change it? I said, what do you want to change it to? He says, can't we have bends the rules? You see how uncomfortable? Can we just bend the rules a little? Yeah. Great entrepreneurs have to do some of this stuff just so they don't get involved in doing it themselves. Because for them, this stuff, as it is for me, is an energy vampire. It's like, death, where is thy sting? Yes, we can do it, but it's like writing left-handed. I could write left-handed, but I'd take so much concentration, so much effort. Well, actually, I'm much better off putting that effort into talking to customers and finding problems.
David has a unique approach in how he looks at businesses and makes you realise that there are different viewpoints as to how a business operates and how different people look at it. And as mentioned earlier, really, to prick your conscience into thinking, yeah, actually, there is a different way of doing this, and we're not doing it the right way at the moment in this particular area. So let's flip it around quickly and work on it, and let's not worry too much about the plan. Let's just take action, and then we'll have a look at the results afterwards.
Clear focus and direction where we're going in business, above everything else. So one of the things about successful people, clear strategy. It's good enough for them, it's good enough for you. What business are we in? Mission. Where are we going 3 to 5 years? Vision. What do we stand for? Values. What markets will we focus on? I think one of the problems sometimes in times we're at the minute, people get desperate and fly over the place like headless chickens. Yeah. What products and services will we sell? What do we need to get good at? Core competencies in the business. So sometimes strategy is not about doing more of, it's actually about doing less of. Terry, when I first started, we got 11 businesses. Then he got a business that was in construction. If you're in construction, what will you build? Anything. And you do. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose money. Easiest way to make money, stop losing it. Let's stop doing that. So we're not in construction anymore, we're in refurbishing social homes. We're the best in the country at it now. That's how we get 800 million quid. Focus. Focus. So strategy is not about that. It's about that. Yeah. Now, you know, you're looking at it and you say, well, this is all soft stuff, there's no numbers, and it's all a bit airy-fairy. No, it isn't! As my mentor, Jared Egan, an American great guy, said, David, look, this stuff is the hard stuff, not the soft stuff, because it's the hard stuff to think of, and it's the hard stuff to deliver on, but actually, when you get it right, that's what produces the results into the bottom line. So we're delighting customers. We're now negotiating 90% of what we do, and our margin moves from 1% to 10%. That's how it's hard. Yeah?
What I found was David was incredibly practical, very logical, very straightforward. And the sign of a good session like this for me is I was scribbling away notes about all kinds of other things. So it's the triggers it sends off in your brain about other ideas that you could be doing, taking forward. Small improvements you can make, but very easy improvements you can make to your business.
I wish you every success with your business. Thank you very much indeed.